Economists in and out of the country expect the price cap on rice to fuel inflation further this month. Inflation saw an uptick in August after months of decline. The Armed Forces of the Philippines has flagged massive harvesting of corals in some parts of the West Philippine Sea. And aspiring lawyers gear up to take this year's bar exams. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your weekend. I'm Maricel Halili. Economists expect the price cap on rice to worsen inflation in the Philippines. According to multinational finance firm ANZ, the price ceiling may reduce rice prices in the short term. However, if left unchecked, it may later on push faster inflation, unless supported by other measures like financial support to retailers, regulation of farm gate prices, and tariff reduction. President Bongbong Marcos issued Executive Order number 39 implementing price ceilings on rice, which took effect earlier this month. For now, the House of Representatives is working with the Budget Department to provide cash assistance to affected retailers. Inflation surged to 5.3% in August after 7 months of decline, putting the year-to-date figure at 6.6%, way above the government's target range. ANZ has also raised its inflation forecast for the Philippines this year to 6%, with expected price hikes in food and energy. The Armed Forces Western Command warns about massive coral harvesting in Rizul Reef in the West Philippine Sea. In a forum, Westcom Commander Vice Admiral Alberto Carlos said they suspect that China is behind the action. Carlos noted that a number of Chinese maritime militia vessels had swarmed the area back in July. He added that the Navy made the discovery through an underwater survey after the vessels left Rizul Reef.
Wala na natira eh. We suspect that somebody is harvesting our corals, and that means that they are violating our sovereign rights. Tayo lang ang may karapatan sa resources sa West Philippine Sea.
For his part, AFP spokesperson Colonel Medel Aguilar said the action threatens the country's food security. Westcom had also spotted at least 30 Chinese fishing vessels in Iroquois Reef, Sabina Shoal, and Nares Bank last week. These areas are part of the country's exclusive economic zone in the West Philippine Sea.
If they are really indeed into coral harvesting, that will be affecting the production of fish. That is a threat to food security later on. Hindi lang naman sa atin yan. Sa buong mundo yan.
6 Filipino companies made their way to Time Magazine's list of best companies in the world. Companies were ranked based on sustainability, growth rate, and employee satisfaction. Tech giants Microsoft, Apple, Meta, and Google ranked high, partly because of low carbon emissions and high growth rate over the last 3 years. Here in the Philippines, Ayala Corporation ranked highest among the Pinoy conglomerates in Time's list at 309th. Next, at 347th place is San Miguel Corporation, followed by Jollibee Foods Corporation at 421st. Their Bida ang Saya tagline also proved to be true, as Jollibee topped the employee satisfaction rating among the Philippine companies included in the list. PLDT also made it to the best companies list at 609, making it the only Philippine telco included. Metro Bank and BDO rounded off the list after PLDT. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Maricel Halili. India is working hard to become the world's best factory. But does the South Asian nation have what it takes to take down the crown away from China? This Bloomberg Quick Take tells us.
India, home to a now record 1.4 billion people, more than half under the age of 30. But that also includes the largest number of jobless youth anywhere in the world. The fastest growing large economy in the world, India has the third highest number of billionaires. But on per capita income, it ranks at the bottom. The widening gap between the richest 10% and the bottom 50% makes India one of the most unequal countries in the world. Democratic English-speaking India, with an army of software engineers, has sought to become a major economy since its economic liberalization in the 90s. But authoritarian China has made bolder moves to become 5 times bigger. So why might this be India's moment? One big reason: it isn't China. Policy making from Beijing nowadays remains hard to predict. Western countries are wary of China's growing economic and technological clout. International companies are seeking supply chain diversification, China plus one. To speed that along, India's government is spending record amounts on infrastructure and offering production incentives to key industries. Other reforms range from a unified national sales tax to a world-leading digital payments system. Bullish investors and stock market highs have burnished the India story in the year of its G20 presidency. That Prime Minister Narendra Modi hopes will set the stage for his re-election next year. It will also test whether most Indians are buying the India shining story or not.
Let's now take a quick look at other stories we're watching. The Philippines is ready to deploy aid to Morocco following the deadly quake that killed over 2,900 people. The Office of Civil Defense will be in charge of sending the contingent to Morocco. Meanwhile, it's D-Day for future Filipino lawyers as the 2023 bar examinations kick off in various testing sites nationwide. Over 10,000 law graduates will be taking the 3-day exam today and on September 20 and 24. And in sports, PBA Season 48 opens with a rookie draft. Terra Firma gets first pick, with coaches expecting top-notch choices up to the 3rd round. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 9 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Maricel Halili. We are One News.